The Forest of Bowland is an area of barren gritstone fells, deep valleys and peaked moorland in North East Lancashire, although a small part does spill over into North Yorkshire. Once described as the Switzerland of England, it has been designated an area of outstanding natural beauty since 1964 and is used for grouse shooting, walking and cycling, though it is fairly unfrequented by tourists. In total, 13% of the area is designated a Site of Special Scientific Interest for its important areas of heather moorland and Blanket's Bog. The area is nationally and internationally important for its upland bird populations. The name forest is used in its traditional sense of a royal hunting ground, and much of the land still belongs to the British Crown as part of the Duchy of Lancaster. In the past, wild boar, deer, wolves, wild cats and game roamed the forest. Some years ago, I made a very brief visit to the Forest of Bowland when I was just passing through the area. I liked what I saw, so today I've returned to spend more time to further explore this lovely part of Lancashire. My first stop for today is the village of Newton-in-Bowland. The village pub, the Parker's Arms, takes its name from the neighbouring Parker family of Browsholme Hall. For many generations, the Parkers have served the Lords of Bowland as bow-bearers of the Forest of Bowland. The Parker's Arms is popular with tourists and locals alike. It serves modern British food and local ales, and is renowned for sourcing much of its food from within the Bowland area. The River Hodder flows through Newton, joined by Essington Brook on the eastern edge of the village and Foul Scales Brook a little further south. I decided to do a short circular riverside walk from Newton, which would follow a section of the River Hodder. It's very windy today. That's the forecast. Sunshine, showers and wind. Dry at the moment, but clouding over again, so I've got to make the most of it really.
Now last night when I was sitting in my room in my guest house, I was looking out of the window and it was absolutely chucking it down outside. And I thought, oh flipping heck, I've got to go out in that and go and get myself something to eat. But it didn't really motivate me to go outside, but I knew I had to. But I thought, well, on a stormy night like it was, I thought, what I really fancy is a nice hot meal in a cosy country inn. And I went to this country inn, but it was so busy inside, I thought I'm never going to get a table to myself, I'm really not, so I just had a quick drink and then I moved on. And you know where I ended up going? The local chippy. But you know what, it was really nice. Bag of fish and chips, sat in my car and I scoffed the flipping lot. It was lovely. Real comfort food on such a stormy night.
As the path approached Dunno Hall, I crossed the river to follow the other side back towards Newton. I moved on to nearby Dunsop Bridge, where the Queen has twice visited, and you can hardly blame her when you look around this picturesque village in the heart of the Forest of Bowland. Fell walking is one of the most popular pastimes for visitors, and Dunsop Bridge is a perfect place to start, rest or finish your walk. It sits at the confluence of two rivers, the Dunsop and the Hodder, and the bridge that gives the village its name is a popular place to feed the families of ducks that live nearby. In fact, Puddle Duck's post office and tea rooms sells more duck food than anything else.
Well, this is a new place for me. Even though I've been through the Forest of Bowland once before very briefly, I didn't come to Dunsop Bridge before. So this is my very first visit today.
The historical extent of the Forest of Bowland is divided into two large administrative townships, Great Bowland and Little Bowland, but the modern-day area of outstanding natural beauty covers a much larger area. This area contains the geographic centre of Great Britain, which is around 4 miles north of Dunsop Bridge. I chose to do another short circular walk whilst I was here, which, like Newton, would lead me along one side of the river and back down the other. This walk took me through countryside around the River Dunsop, and as this was the very first time I had come to Dunsop Bridge, I was completely awestruck by its fantastic beauty. What a lovely stroll that was. Such beautiful countryside around here. Well, on to the next place. Now I have been to Slaidburn before. During my first brief visit to the Forest of Bowland several years ago, I was just passing through the area with a couple of friends, and we stopped here at Slaidburn for our lunch. And I can remember then thinking how lovely the place was. Somewhere I'd never been to before, completely unfamiliar with, and I was really pleasantly surprised how lovely it was here. Slaidburn lies near the head of the River Hodder and Stocks Reservoir. Farming is still a major employer, but the area attracts tourists, particularly for walkers. The civil parish of Slaidburn shares a parish council with Essington, a rural parish to the north of Slaidburn. A new village hall has opened to much fanfare and is being well used. There is a local pub, the Hark to Bounty, which upstairs houses the ancient courthouse of the manor of Slaidburn. The Hark to Bounty Inn was the inn that my friend and I came to for our lunch when we came here the first time, and very nice it was too. Heading northwards out of Slaidburn, I followed the quiet country lane known as the Scaith, which led me out into the much bleaker landscape of the Forest of Bowland. It was late afternoon by this time, and I was nearing the end of my tour, but looking all around me, I could tell that Bowland was clearly one of the UK's less touristy regions, as out here I didn't encounter another soul.
This is what I remember about the Forest of Bowland. Complete bleakness everywhere. It's called a forest, but there aren't many trees, but it really is completely spectacular. I remember passing through here the first time with my friends, and I was completely blown away. It just took my breath away, and I was really pleasantly surprised because this isn't an area I really knew anything about. I think it's another of the UK's hidden gems. It really is so beautiful. I'm so pleased that I've come back here again today.